Hello, and welcome to a brand new deep dive here on Westferry Times. I'm your host, and today we're tackling something pretty significant. With the UK gearing up for its next general election, we're looking at the potential impact of artificial intelligence on our democratic process. It's complicated stuff, and to help us unpack it all, we have a fantastic expert with us. He's a renowned cybersecurity specialist with deep experience in election security and, crucially, AI-driven misinformation. Welcome to the deep dive.
Thanks. It's good to be here.
So just to sort of set the scene for everyone listening, could you give us a broad overview? How does AI actually intersect with elections right now? We hear a lot about these generative models.
Right.
What's the sort of dual nature there, benefits versus risks?
Absolutely. Look, generative AI, it's incredibly powerful. These models can create text, images, audio, video, and it looks, well, remarkably real sometimes. Now, on one hand, that's potentially great for, say, voter outreach, maybe getting information out more efficiently. But the flip side is serious. The same tech opens the door to major risks. We're talking misinformation, manipulation, the potential to create really convincing fake stuff that could, sway how people think, and maybe even worse, just erode trust in the whole system.
Okay, let's zoom in on one of those risks then. Deepfakes, that's a term that gets thrown around a lot. How serious really are these AI forgeries for election integrity?
They're a very significant challenge. Basically, a deepfake is AI manipulated audio or video, right? Making it look or sound like someone did or said something they absolutely didn't. What makes them so dangerous in an election context is, well, they prey on something fundamental. We tend to believe our own eyes and ears.
Yeah, naturally.
So when a video clip surfaces, maybe of a politician looking pretty authentic, it's incredibly persuasive, even if it's completely fake. And we've already seen examples, not just here, but elsewhere, of AI mimicking politicians' voices, spreading totally false stories with audio that sounds, frankly, undeniable to many people.
You mentioned examples. Have we seen specific cases right here in the UK where deepfakes have targeted politicians, trying to mislead people or maybe just stir up trouble, so discord?
Well, it's not like we've had massive headline-grabbing deepfake scandals dominating the news cycles here yet. But intelligence agencies, cybersecurity folks, they're definitely tracking AI-generated content being used, attempts to damage reputation, spread false claims, that sort of thing.
Right.
The real worry is how much better and cheaper this tech is getting. So even if a deepfake gets debunked eventually, the initial hit, especially how fast it spreads on social media, can do lasting damage. Chips away at people's faith in, well, what they see and hear online, even from established sources.
That erosion of trust, yeah, that feels central. Okay, let's shift gears slightly. What about the international angle? How might hostile states be using AI to interfere in UK elections?
Yeah, that's a major concern. We know foreign actors have tried to influence democratic processes before, obviously. AI just gives them new, powerful tools. One key area is using AI to just amplify disinformation campaigns, make them bigger, faster, more targeted. For instance, there's evidence suggesting groups linked to Russia have used AI, generating propaganda, pushing it out through fake news sites, and worryingly, sometimes targeting specific groups, like minority language speakers in Scotland, for example.
And the goal there is?
Often, it's not necessarily about making one side win or lose directly. It's more about, exploiting existing divides in society, sowing distrust in our institutions, making everything feel more polarized, more unstable, creating noise.
That's, yeah, quite unsettling. But how effective are these campaigns? Can we actually measure their impact? Is it working?
That's the tricky part, measuring direct impact on votes. Almost impossible. It's not like you can say, okay, this AI campaign changed X number of votes, but what we can see is it just gets harder for voters to figure out what's true. When you have sophisticated AI pumping out believable lies, it contributes to what some call a polluted information environment. Even if you don't fully buy into a fake story, the sheer amount of questionable stuff out there, it leads to confusion, cynicism maybe. People just find it harder to know who or what to trust. And that weakens the basis of an informed vote, really.
So it's not just an external threat then. What about closer to home, a domestic use of AI in UK politics? Are our own parties, our candidates using this tech? And are there downsides we need to watch for there too?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, AI is definitely being integrated into domestic campaigns. It could be anything from, say, using AI for data analysis to target voters more precisely,
Right.
to actually generating campaign materials like ad copy or even simple graphics.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's not without risks. We've already seen situations like The criticism reform UK faced over offensive online comments from some
I
candidates.
remember that.
Now, was AI directly involved in writing those comments? Probably not confirmed. But it raises really important questions, like how is AI being used or not used in vetting candidates or managing a party's online image? Could automated systems accidentally amplify harmful stuff or fail to catch problematic behavior? These are live issues.
That really flags the whole accountability question, doesn't it? If these tools are being used, what's being done to prevent misuse within our own politics? Are there rules?
That's a critical point. And the honest answer, our regulations are playing catch-up, big time. The technology is moving so fast, much faster than the rules designed to govern it. There's a growing awareness, yes, that we need clearer guidelines, more oversight for how AI is used ethically in political campaigns.
Mm.
But we're not quite there yet.
So what is happening then at a government level? Are steps being taken to address these AI election threats specifically?
The government is definitely aware, yes. You have figures like the Deputy Prime Minister, Oliver Dowden, calling for a global effort, trying to set international norms against AI interference.
It's a global effort, okay.
And you also see specific policy ideas coming from opposition parties, too. Labor, for instance, has talked about measures they'd bring in to tackle deepfakes and AI misinformation if they form the next government.
But are these proposals, enough? Do they really go far enough against a threat that's changing so quickly?
Look, they're definitely a necessary start. You have to begin somewhere. Raising awareness internationally, proposing specific domestic rules, that's crucial. But is it enough on its own? Probably not yet. This is going to be an ongoing battle. The tech will keep evolving, so our responses, our policies, they need to be dynamic, adaptable. And realistically, effective action probably needs much more comprehensive strategies. And really strong international cooperation is key because these threats don't respect borders.
Given all this complexity, what about us, the public? What practical things can people listening do to protect themselves from, being fooled by AI misinformation during the election?
Media literacy. It's more important than ever. We all just need to be more critical about the information we consume, especially online. Ask yourself, where is this coming from? Who shared it? Does it seem designed to provoke a strong emotional reaction?
Right. Pause before sharing.
Exactly. Be wary of stuff that seems really sensational or just outlandish. Take a moment. Try to verify it through a couple of different reputable sources before you accept it, and definitely before you pass it on. Public education campaigns could help too, just giving people the basic skills to spot potential AI manipulation.
Okay, so looking ahead then, thinking about safeguarding future elections, not just this one, what are your key recommendations? What needs to happen?
Well, several things really stand out. First, we absolutely need continued, probably increased investment in detection technology. Tools to spot AI fakes, especially deepfakes. That arms race you mentioned. Second, clear, adaptable regulations. Rules for using AI in political campaigns are essential. We need that ethical framework. Third, international collaboration has to be strengthened. It's a global issue. It needs global cooperation. And finally, I'd say ongoing public education is vital. Plus, transparency. Political parties, campaigns, they need to be more open about how they're using AI. That's crucial for maintaining public trust.
That's incredibly helpful. Thank you so much for breaking down such a complex and, frankly, quite worrying issue for us. It's definitely given us and hopefully everyone listening a
You're
lot
right.
to think about.
Thank you. It was a really important discussion to have. My pleasure.
And that does bring us to the end of this deep dive. We've explored the many ways AI is starting to intersect with our democratic processes, the threats it poses, and some of the steps needed to push back. The key message: stay informed and stay critical. It's more important than ever. Join us next time here on Westferry Times for another deep dive into the issues shaping our world. Thank you for watching Westferry Times. Goodbye for now.